Young and the Restless Spoilers reveal the fresh air of the city park. Devin Hamilton proudly leads Abby Newman into an area that has been carefully decorated for a romantic picnic. With the help of Dominic Newman Chancellor, who helped choose the menu, the atmosphere becomes cozy and intimate. While Abby is surprised and happy, Devin chooses this special moment to propose to her with a sparkling engagement ring. Abby, overwhelmed with joy, accepts the proposal and the two plan a wedding on Abby's birthday, November 13th, making the picnic even more meaningful. Meanwhile, at Newman Enterprises headquarters, Summer Newman has a tense exchange with Victor Newman about the complicated situation between her and Kyle Abbott. She complains about Kyle's partnership with Audra Charles, whom Summer describes as a snake. Victor, with a mysterious look on his face, does not reveal the reason behind the cooperation, making the atmosphere even heavier. Summer, worried about the custody of her child, is trying to seek support from Victor, who promises to help protect the well-being of Kyle's son Harrison Abbott. Victor then sends Kyle a text message inviting him to a jazz bar where they can talk frankly about the situation. Meanwhile, Kyle takes Harrison's son and his new girlfriend, Claire, to the park for ice cream. Harrison, in his innocence, expresses his sadness about how his family is no longer the same family. He feels that his mother and father, Summer and Kyle, cannot even look at each other anymore. Meanwhile, another heated confrontation is taking place at GCAC between Phyllis Summers and Diane Jenkins, interrupting Diane and Jack Abbott's meal. Phyllis, in a fit of rage, blames Diane for Kyle's uncontrollable behavior, while Diane blames Phyllis for being a bad influence on Summer. The argument escalates as each tries to prove that they are less of a hypocrite than the other, until Summer shows up to stop her mother. Victor stresses the importance of Kyle and Summer sitting down together to work things out peacefully for Harrison's sake. Eventually, Kyle, realizing that a confrontation with Summer is inevitable, texts her to arrange a meeting. The upcoming episode of The Young and the Restless promises to be a tumultuous one as each character faces their own challenges and conflicts, forcing them to make important decisions that will affect their futures and those around them. Victor promises to support Summer in her fight for custody of Harrison, whom Summer adopted while they were living in Italy. She worries that Kyle's non-biological feelings for Harrison could work against her in court. She desperately needs advice and support from Victor, who is determined to find a way to protect Harrison's happiness, no matter the cost. Victor later calls Kyle, asking to meet him at a jazz bar to discuss the situation. His goal is to help Kyle realize that confronting Summer directly will not benefit anyone, especially Harrison. Meanwhile, Kyle's life is no less complicated. He takes Harrison and his new girlfriend, Claire, to the park so they can enjoy ice cream and fresh air. There, Harrison opens up to Claire about his parents' divorce, expressing his sadness that the family is no longer the same. This makes Kyle realize that he needs to take action to protect his son from unnecessary harm. Meanwhile, at GCAC, Phyllis and Diane Jenkins have a heated confrontation. The argument between them flares when Phyllis accuses Diane of pushing Kyle down a path she feels is uncontrollable. Diane counters that Phyllis' influence on Summer is the real problem. The argument escalates as each tries to prove that they are less hypocritical than the other. Summer eventually has to step in to stop her mother and prevent the situation from getting worse. Victor, having witnessed the event, speaks privately with Summer and Phyllis, claiming that he has everything under control and will make sure everything is resolved. As Victor walks away, Phyllis becomes angry that her daughter is relying on her grandfather for help. However, Summer expresses hope when she receives a text from Kyle about an upcoming meeting to talk, although Phyllis still advises her to be more cautious. These episodes continue to add to the story of the young and the restless, bringing viewers complex emotions and constant drama in the lives of the characters. Every decision, every word has consequences, and everyone must face them in their quest for happiness and peace. Subscribe to Yonder for the latest news.